Brownstown, Brownstown, Brownstown. Brownstown, Brownstown, Brownstown. Brownstown, Brownstown, Brownstown. Woo! Woo! All right, go Brown. Here we go, Brownies, here we go. Let's go, Browns, let's go, Browns. Let's go. Welcome everybody to Dog Pound Rants Off-Season Edition.
Baby.
Woo! Yes, A-Dog.
And I'm Z-Man.
That's right, we're here for you guys.
Let's go. Let's do
get
some
the
dew,
dew
baby.
going. We love to get high on dew before, after games, and off-season. Love to do.
Mountain Dew for life.
All right.
Hurrah.
So here we go. We got some Browns news, information, new shit that came out in the last month or so. We haven't done this for a while.
Yeah, it's been about a month. Been
About
about
a month. But you know what? I've been totally pissed off about the Browns. So
Which he has.
I have. So I haven't followed jack shit from the Browns. Actually, I've relinquished from all sports. I'm not even involved in any sports right now because I could care less. So Z-Man, he's always following the Browns. He's got some information.
24/7, baby. 365 days a week. Dog Pound Rants. Let's go,
All right.
A-Dog. First off, I'd like to say I want to give props to A-Dog
All
and
right.
Brother D for
That's right.
the Dogs of Destiny record edition, the thrift store edition. Great show. If you haven't checked it out, get over to the other channel and check it out.
Yeah.
We got more stuff.
Thanks,
I was
Z-Man.
actually thinking I would love to do, you did the Go Find Right. I'd love to do our personal favorite records and maybe the stories behind it.
Yeah.
Would be great.
That would
Get
be
Brother
awesome.
D over here. We'll
Sure.
bring our favorite CD or record.
Yeah.
And then we'll go over why we love the band, the music.
I love it.
And we're a sports music family, dude. That's what we
Yeah.
always were. What we always
Sports and
were.
music. Me, it's music first for sure. Probably Brother D also, or brother. And Z-Man is definitely more sports oriented.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's on all the stats.
I love
and
music
bullshit.
too. We've been to a million concerts, and we could get
yeah,
into
we
that
did.
too. Get into all our first concerts and other
We'll
stuff.
see. I mean, Dogs of Destiny channel is just anything.
Anything
Whatever we come
goes.
up with that week we want to do, we just throw it out there. We don't care. We're just having
We'll
a
be
good
on
time.
locations and
Right.
everything else.
All right, Z-Man, let's
Let's
get
go.
into some Dog Pound news.
I'd like to start with something that was kind of brushed under the rug with the Cleveland Browns. And of course, we never get the respect we deserve as a team, as a city. And maybe it's rightfully so we don't get the respect. But we're a fucking one of the charter franchises that Jim Brown. When you talk about football, you don't mention Jim Brown, then you don't know fucking football.
That's true.
But I'd like to talk about what I consider and what I came up with is the Brazil snub.
Okay.
No,
yeah,
no.
Brazil snub. I get this. I get
No.
this.
Originally, of course, the Eagles are hosting a game in Brazil to start the season, and everything that came out before was Cleveland Browns, and they even had promos with the Cleveland Browns going over to play the fucking Eagles. And then all of a sudden, Goodell said, "Pump the brakes on that." It was Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
He put out a statement saying, "Pump the brakes."
he's
And
a
even Browns players were like, "We're going to be," they kind of let it slip out. They were going to go to Brazil. Goodell says, "Pump the brakes." And he fucking sends the Green Bay Packers over there, which is okay. Because you know what? I don't want to go. I don't want my boys to go to fucking Brazil anyway. But
think
we
that's
don't get any respect as a team. That it leaked out. Promo posters fucking leaked out that the Browns were playing the Eagles.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Goodell was like, "Wait."
Yeah.
And what do you take on
I
that?
give you my take on this.
Yeah,
whole thing.
absolutely.
Well, first off, I don't even know where they came from that they were going over to Brazil. I guess it was leaked that they were going to go.
A lot of the players were kind of leaking it out in interviews.
Was it bullshit all the time,
Podcasts.
or was it real? Obviously, it was bullshit. But to me, man, Cleveland is a tainted team right now, man. As long as you got Watson with all his history, for some reason, people aren't going to let that go. And until he proves himself, plays an entire season and
wins us a bowl, baby.
does something more than just get hurt or whatever. We don't want to see anybody get hurt, but Jesus Christ, he's got to do something to make him. I don't know if he'll ever I don't think he's ever going to get away from his issues, off the field issues. I just don't think it's happening. I think it's damaged the Browns. I think it's going to damage the Browns. That's why they're loading up with 6 quarterbacks, because it doesn't even look like
and
Deshaun.
maybe more coming.
And maybe more. They're probably going to draft a guy. But it looks like his shoulder's probably fucked for life. And that's kind of what I've heard out there. He may try to come back. He may play 4, 5, 6 games. Who knows? But I don't think that shoulder's going to hold up. I think he could be done. So it's the biggest waste of money. But that's probably why they bagged him on the whole Brazil thing, flying him over there. And it's just going to be a fiasco with that team. So let them stay home and do their shit.
I do like the idea of them staying home, but
Yeah,
it was
it's better
thrilling
off.
that we were going to, Friday night under the fucking lights of Brazil, Cleveland, showcase. But Roger Goodell, again, fucked us. Goodell is a clown. He was one of my clowns last year, and he'll always be a fucking
I
clown.
agree with that. Goodell has been a clown.
Absolutely.
I really don't know what the hell he's done great for the NFL, other than...
But before we get into,
I don't know what.
I wanted to make this kind of a draft edition. But before we do that, let's get into the free agencies that we picked up. We touched on it in that show about a month ago.
I have no clue
but
they even picked up.
But I want to say also, I want to address Nick Chubb restructuring his contract.
All
so
right.
that's good.
Good
And
for Nick Chubb.
We want to
man.
keep Nick Chubb in the
He's a
family because this is a fucking guy that we need running the ball. And if anybody can come back from 2, it's fucking Nick Chubb. So he went from 15.885 million, which none was guaranteed. Now he's got 11.75 mil,
Now,
which I think is all guaranteed.
How does that rank within running backs?
I'm sure it's way lower than some of the
I can't
other running
believe-
backs.
Well, but he's been injured and he's older now.
two major injuries, but
Yeah.
that 15.85 million, none of it was guaranteed.
Yeah.
None of it.
Yeah.
So he restructured. He's going to make 11 something. Let's give it up for the
All right,
Chubb.
Nick
son.
Chubb. We're glad to have Nick
yeah.
Chubb back in some capacity. I don't know if
Absolutely.
it'll be the same, but even if he plays half the game, it's better than nothing.
I read this, just his
Hold on, man.
enthusiasm.
I love these plastic chairs, man. They
And I've been-
accentuate the highlight of the.
I love the 1970s chairs.
Yeah, these are
This is like
70s.
the Brian Sipe era chairs, which I love. But I want to get into the free agency
Okay,
part.
let's do the free agency. Who do we get?
Listen, I was thinking about, we kind of bashed Barry with the Flacco fiasco and everything, but Andrew Barry and Stefanski brought Flacco in. Now, what I was thinking, the more I thought about it, the more I thought about this, hey, Doug, give me some.
All right.
You may not like what I'm going to say, but the more I thought about what Andrew Barry and Stefanski are thinking, maybe sometimes it's like one last hurrah for a quarterback or a person. Maybe we got the last juices of Joe Flacco. Now, he's going off to Indy. And it won't be the same what he had in Cleveland for fucking damn sure.
For a team
so
wise.
maybe Andrew Barry was like, we used all the last, sometimes a quarterback or a running back, you get the last you squeeze the juice out of him. Maybe we squeezed all the juice out of, we'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong and we'll retouch that as the season comes on. But I want to say, Jameis Winston was a 30-30 guy. Crazy, 30 INTs, 30 TDs. Guy can play though. Florida State, he was a national champion. So maybe, you know what? Like I said with Flacco,
Squeeze the juice.
if anybody can, let me tell you, with Stefanski and what he did with the quarterback room last year, you got to give him some props with DTR and PJ Big Balls
Walker.
You got to give him some props.
Did they keep him or is he gone?
He's gone, Walker.
No.
DTR is there, but another in the free agency, which I like, was Devin Bush. Kid was a beast at Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan.
And he was with Pittsburgh. He was with Seattle last year, I believe, and we got him. And I love Devin Bush, linebacker. And I wanted to touch on one thing too. One thing I'm thankful for is we brought back Desarius, the Monster Smith, to re-sign him.
Smith, right.
And what him and Garrett will do together, man. It's good. It's very good. We did trade yesterday. I don't know if you saw. Leroy Watson to the Titans for a 7th-round pick. Now, Watson filled in for Wills when he got hurt.
Yep.
Did a fucking great job.
Hey, it was good.
But you know what? I'm not gonna bash Barry because the amount of injuries we had last year. One starting offensive lineman, multiple, and we made the fucking playoffs. Yeah, it was
made the playoffs.
And if you look at that playoff game, defense was shit. But who was even shittier in that game?
Which game?
The playoff game against Houston. Who was the worst player on the field?
I don't know. Probably Flacco.
Flacco. Exactly. So, you know what? Joe Flacco got us there, but when the moment came against a rookie quarterback and everything, those 2 pick sixes.
Kind of blew it.
He did blow it. And the
Yeah.
defense was shit. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, the defense went to bed.
But those two big interceptions were.
Yeah, I still don't agree
Killer.
about Flacco 100% myself because first off, Flacco did play really well. He got us to the playoffs.
Yes, he did. Great.
You know, we wouldn't have been in the playoffs without Flacco. Second off, he had all 300-yard games, 2-3 touchdown. Sure, he had
Halves.
2-3
300-yard halves.
300-yard halves. He did have the 3 interceptions, but like I said last year, he kind of made up for it because, hey, he ended up winning the game in the end, and he got us to the playoffs. Playoffs are rough anyway, and you know, yeah, Houston is just stacked now. Thanks to Cleveland.
Thanks to Cleveland.
And all their draft picks
For
they
years
gave
to come.
Freaking Watson, who's been a nothing burger. Houston's going to be kick-ass for a while. So, yeah, it was rough getting
There's no
by with a fifth string off the couch quarterback, in Flacco. But I love Flacco. I can't see Jameis Winston. He sucks. To me, he sucks.
I'm gonna give him the benefit.
I can't see him doing any more than Flacco did. Probably less is what I see. But
He
anyway,
won't bring the professional Joe Flacco
Right.
brought into the room. But he brings a eat a W.
yeah,
And I like that.
I hate that. And then as far as Barry goes, you're right. I'm not a big Stefanski or Barry fan. I haven't been. But if you look back on it and I think about it, I can take some of that back. And yes, they patched together a team to get into the playoffs last year. So hopefully this year they can do the same thing and maybe go a little farther.
And what I like, I want to touch
don't
on that,
know.
the
I just
Barry
don't
thing
even
and
know.
Stefanski, I want to touch on that. We didn't, barely make the playoffs. We clinched the week before on a Thursday night.
That's
We
true.
fucking bouldered into the fucking playoffs. And we held that first wild card pretty much half the season. It wasn't like we were trying to struggle for games.
Yeah, no, we were up there the whole season.
They were in it the whole season.
Yep.
And I think Cleveland will be just fine. I'm excited for the season, bro.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for Cleveland Browns football.
I've heard nothing on the stadium. Last I heard, they were going to probably build a dome, is what I heard.
That's what I heard outside it's like 15 miles right outside Cleveland. There's an area.
Yep.
But that's still speculation of what they're going to do. And
We
how
have
they're
no
gonna
idea about the stadium. I heard a couple things that it's going to be right. It's going to be in what is that fucking...
Hey, I can't think of the suburb.
Brentwood?
It's a suburb. Yeah, a suburb.
Where OJ lived, Brentwood, California. No, it's going to be just outside of Cleveland. in
Yeah,
some
which I don't
suburbial-
like. I don't like
I don't
it.
think anybody really likes that. The city needs that revenue. Those people to come into that
Because
city. on
everything's
those weekends.
downtown. You got the
Everything.
Guardian Stadium, Cavs. Congrats to the Cavs making the playoffs,
Yeah.
baby. The 4 seed. Revenge.
Let's go.
We'll get, hopefully they beat the
Cavs.
Magic. They got the Magic from 09 when they fucking beat them. So go Cavs. But yeah, everything downtown, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, all the restaurants, the hotels, and now you're moving them
Moving that stadium out.
outside of Cleveland.
I don't like it. I don't
like it
think
either.
Cleveland likes it.
No. The whole idea is to go into the city of Cleveland. Everybody comes in early, stays
Yeah.
late after a victory.
There's an
it is.
atmosphere in that city.
Oh, yeah.
There is a buzz. It's like
And it'll be lost.
it'll be lost in a suburbial setting with like stores and malls all around this thing and restaurants.
Not
It's
like-
gonna be so glamorized. Cleveland was like a dirty, dingy. Get in the
Municipal
dirt.
Stadium,
Municipal-
went in there.
Beat the shit
They
out of
painted
your-
the dirt fucking green.
Yeah, beat the shit out of your
Yeah.
opponents in a dirty, dingy stadium, and the city was kind of.
And a dome would be ridiculous.
It would suck. So I'm anti, but whatever happens, well, we don't have a say. Me and
No.
Z-Man have no say in this bullshit.
I do want to say Jerry Judy, too. Welcome to Cleveland.
right, Jerry
We
Jeudy.
touched on it a little bit, but I think he's going to bring a lot. Him and Cooper together with Njoku. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
One thing I hated was bringing Cade York back. For what?
What? He sucks
The guy was shit.
in a box.
Shit
mean-
in a box. D-Hops is the fucking man.
Now let's say, Cade was good at one point. He was good. And then he just got, I don't know if he had I don't know what you call it. He got something in his head where he couldn't make
He
a-
missed a lot. Extra points.
But maybe since he's familiar with it, as a backup situation, maybe he'll come in clutch if, D-Hop gets hurt or something. I don't
like
know.
that.
I don't know. It's better than having some nobody we don't know at all, So.
True. Very, very true. You want to get into the draft a little bit?
Yeah, what are we
And, let's go.
drafting here? We're
Let's go.
like in the second round.
We're pick number 54 in round 2. And they kind of... Well, this kid's been getting a lot of publicities from Canada. British Columbia, I think he played it in Canada. The college. Is that college? And I'm not sure.
Yeah, BC is
But
Canada.
yeah. His name is Giovanni
Northwest.
Manu. Manu. Giovanni Manu.
Giovanni.
He's a big 6'7", 352-pound monster. He ran a 4.96 at his pro day. But they call him, his nickname is actually Baby Shaq. He's a fucking monster.
I like Baby Shaq.
And they'd probably start him behind Wills Jr. coming back, if he's healthy enough to come back. But this kid is a monster, and he's been getting a little bit of... Browns met with him.
Right.
So if he's there at 54... Baby Shaq. That looked great on the back of a jersey.
Baby Shaq.
Baby Shaq.
It's funny. Now wait a minute. They brought in a couple quarterbacks too, right? Or
Yeah, the one. Let me see. Let me get my report.
they've already got a loaded quarterback room. So to speak.
The kid from Joe Milton, Tennessee, is who they're really interested in, and he's a hidden gem too.
Arm.
He
He threw
does.
like a 70-yard bomb.
He's like they're
on a
considering Deshaun on steroids. That he's a monster. He's a big kid.
Draft
can run. And Mike Pratt too is the other one.
Yeah, Mike
quarterback.
Pratt.
Mike Pratt. And Trey Benson, the running back from FSU. I would love to get him. The kid's a beast because we don't know about Chubb's situation, but you can never have enough running backs too, man. Let's go.
I think they're loading up on quarterbacks and running backs. I mean, they got a whole quarterback room. Obviously, Deshaun is the best of the worst at this point because we don't know what to expect. We don't. Deshaun hasn't even played a full season for us. Winston, are you shitting me? I don't like him.
Well, Huntley from the Ravens.
Huntley.
Although I'll give Huntley credit, he did when Lamar got hurt a couple years ago. He did lead him.
He played well. But
Huntley is unnecessary. He's just a body maybe for preseason.
And Dorian Thompson Robinson, I mean, he had some little flashes, very little flashes.
I like DTR. I do.
I like him as a young kid with some very
But if they get a chance to get Milton, you go get Milton.
Yeah, go get
You got Deshaun, Jameis, and Milton.
Okay.
Right there. And then Milton would probably eventually be the fucking guy.
I guess that's the QB room we're going to be looking at,
And then some of the other ones, they actually looked in at a Yale kid, offensive tackle.
All right, Yale.
I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Amajidiji? Something like this. But I'm giving Yale a shout out here.
All right, I love Yale.
So there's some other ones. A tight end, Eric All from Iowa. Sanders from Texas. So there's some, we don't know what, but I really like the idea of them getting Giovanni Manu. Think about this.
Manua.
Think about what they, building that O-line is big.
I mean, Cleveland has hit, in recent years in the draft from probably Myles Garrett on a couple guys, but really,
I like what Barry's doing.
Their history of draft has been pretty atrocious, really.
I'm not going to disagree. But
their draft history has been absolutely fucking awful. So I can't even think about the draft. I watch the draft just as background noise to go.
It's
in
the great city of Detroit this year too. So let's
all right, Detroit.
Oh, Detroit. Yeah.
Detroit's
so they're hosting the NFL draft, and that's about it.
That's about it. All right.
Deshaun Watson, still a question mark. We don't know his health yet.
No idea.
It's very, very under wraps. But outside that, I think we covered some of all the bases, and we'll see what happens. We'll meet again in a month.
Yeah, about
after
a month.
the draft.
We'll do another dog.
Yeah, we'll do rants.
Mid-season, postseason.
But I hope we covered everything for you guys. Like and subscribe, right?
Definitely like and subscribe. Leave comments because we like to get comments and maybe ideas for shows. Again, I'm going to be working on a new set for next year. Hopefully some new camera work.
Yeah, we got everything kind of scrunched on the table. Let's go. Let's go.
What we're doing here. We're moving shit around.
Let's give him a little bit of shit.
What'd you do? You dropped my megaphone?
Let's go. Let's give him a little bit. Let's give him a little bit.
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Roll. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Roll. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Whoa! Yeah!
Draft edition, baby.
Let's go. All right, we'll see you in April. Boys and girls, men, women, children, Browns fans, everybody's fan. Woo!
And look for the Dogs of Destiny, baby.
Yeah, go to Dogs of Destiny channel.
Great so
Check
far.
it out.
Brother D, we came aboard, baby.
Brother D, our new brother, came aboard. All right. See you, Z-Man.
Woo! Let's go.
Okay.